What's up, Soul Fam? I am here to do a pick a card reading. I have 3 piles, and I'm going to intuitively be giving the messages for each pile. And if I need the book, I will go to. The decks that I pulled from are, I will show you. Let's see. So the Syrian Starseed Tarot. Okay. The Prophet. Oracle Messages. Mystical Shaman Oracle. Archangel Oracle Cards. Okay. Trust Your Vibes. Alright. And Medicine Cards. And that's all. 6 decks that I pulled from. Alright, so while I have some time, I decided to make a video for a pick a card. So there's 3 stacks, and I will timestamp them in the description. So first pile is Zianka. The second pile is kind of like a earthy necklace gem. So there's the sun, moon, however you intuitively gather what you see. I think. Okay, there we go. And the starfish for number 3. The glass starfish. Okay, so I'm going to start with pile number 1. Pile number 1. Get your cards out here. Ooh, everything's going everywhere. I hope everyone's having a good day out there. By the way, we have some big shifts going on as far as Pluto leaving Capricorn and going into Aquarius. And Pluto is almost like destruction of like a transmutation, transforming energy. And there's a shift. So from Capricorn to, very climb the mountain type deal and structures. We're going to see a lot of different ways of going around, people working from home, the structures of jobs. There's going to be change. It's gone into Aquarius, which is the alien of the zodiac, right? And which is more online communication. It's the antenna in a sense of change. And you don't know where this change is going to go. So it's like, go with the flow, stay in the day. And there's a lot of we want to be in our heads and figure out a lot of stuff out right now, but that's just not, it's staying in the day and in the moment. Because if we're in all these other places, then, we're not utilizing our time in the way we need to, in a sense. And I'm not here to tell you what to do, and these messages are just something maybe that you would need to hear. It's not saying this is what's going to happen, or because we have choice, freedom of choice. So in that also, so Pluto changed, which is a slow moving planet. And what else did we, Saturn, the papa, the daddy bear, so Saturn just got out of Aquarius for the last 3 years. So this pandemic, whatever it had taught you in Aquarius for the last 3 years, look where that's at in your chart. If you need help, you can ask me. Now it's going into Pisces, the dreamer, the 12th house. And we're still in Pisces season. So You might feel a little disarray. And also, Neptune has been coming around, and Neptune will put a spin on things like a mirage. Like, it's really there, it's gonna happen, and I see it. It makes me think of Feifel Goes West, right? With the big cat and little mouse, and they're starving. They're actually not starving. They need water. They're in the desert and they keep seeing things, right? And that also brings me back to like Beavis and Butthead Do America. They're like tripping out in the desert, right? There's a lot of stuff of the unknown. And the thing is, don't let fear eat your lunch, you know? Face everything and rise. All right, almost 6 minutes into this, I apologize. We're gonna get into the stacks, 3 stacks, and we're gonna make it rain like that. So, number 1, I'm gonna pull your cards out. So we have Talk Shop, we have Comfort, Aw, we have the Otter. They're so cute when they're in the water with their little ones. They hang on so they don't drift apart. All right, the Seer, and the Staff. I'm gonna pull a Moses and part that sea, yo. It almost looks like, if you look at that, I'm getting the sense of a giraffe. Even though that's a skull and antlers and like an intertwining of DNA going up towards source, if you look at that from a stance, it's almost like a giraffe. All right. So it's your perception and how you're getting these and how you'll receive this message. Then we have, I love the backs of these cards, because if you look up in the sky these days, you're going to see a lot of, we're shifting. Dimension is changing. And I love this. So in the clouds, you'll see a lot of activity going on these days. Just look and you'll get something from the sky as well. Lots of eyes. Lots of eyes. All right. And then we have Starseed, 0, which is the Fool in tarot. God bless. All right. So, which is actually the cover, the cover of this deck here. The Beginning. And then we have Strength. Booyah. And then she's kind of, see, this is like that Pluto energy. Like, we're phoenixes rising from the ashes, the divine feminine. And then the Tiger coming in. So we have the fire, right? Light the flame, let it ignite, as there's the flame in the background, yo. Everything, no coincidences. All right, so what I gather from this, we have 2 red cards. All right, you taking that red pill? Getting out of the matrix? All right, anyways, personal opinions setting aside. So we have 2 red cards. What I'm getting from this is red, sacral chakra, the beginning. Communication, right? 2 people discussing. Talk shop. This makes me think of being in a work environment in the morning and then in the afternoon doing a debrief. So whether this is collabing when you're at work, there needs to be more discussion. There needs to be communication of the things that maybe you don't want to say, but in the long haul, it will execute a whole bunch of mess if you just get to what's going on and how to come up with a solution. Teamwork is the dream work. Dream work, right? We are coming together and collabing of what needs to get done in the day, what got checked off the list. And our moon was just in Virgo. Virgo is the OCD, clean the house, get the vacuum, get every nook and cranny, my bad. So, you know, we want to, like, what's the challenge? What do we need to do? What do we need to knock off the list? So that's that Virgo type energy. The fire, that's Aries, the first sign, that front line guy, like, I'm ready to attack, God of War. All right? So I'm getting some fiery, and there's a lot of blue, right? So We got some blues going on, and that's alright, 'cause there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and love with the little otter. And I love these because these guys are like in a dream catcher, and they all have little symbols of things that are going on to each animal, spirit guide, in a sense. All right, so blue, this is throat chakra. This is like, it's time to speak up. It's time to stand for something or fall for anything. Let's see. So you have from the archangel, so right here, the message, it says, no scales to weigh your own unknown treasure, self-knowledge. Some of that knowledge you don't get in school. It's not a receipt for something, a certificate, a degree. You're born with your gifts inside. And the longer you go on your journey, the more you tap into source, you will find this. You might feel raw, completely naked, right? Like, we might get so humbled to the fact where it's like, all right, and look to the horizon. There's this light, you know? Like, we all got to come out of the bushes at some point. So that makes me think of It's a Wonderful Life. And family, and, you know, coming together, teamwork. We can't do everything alone. All right, so for these last messages, I'm going in kind of, all right. So your last message, we have 45 this year. And then you have 51, the staff. So it's kind of interesting, right? We start with a lower number and then we go higher up. This guy seems to be holding a staff of a sort. There's also a jaguar, right? In the lion category, or the cat family. Ready to pounce, watching, observing, right? Sometimes we just need to use our eyes and ears to see what's going on. Take a pause, take a moment. This is that, you know, this makes me think of Apocalypto too. Like, we know something's going on. We're not, and you know, anyways, we know something is in the underbelly, and it's like, when's the time for action? This is that, like, take a moment, pray, and we reach for the staff. This is like things changing and rearranging. But I'm going to read the medicine for these cards, and then we're going to pile 2. Because I don't even know. Okay, yeah. I got a little bit. All right. This staff. Well, let's go. Yeah. The staff, 51. We'll start high and we'll go a little low. So this medicine offers you the essence. The staff is the symbol of authority. It holds the power to temper extremes. The staff helps you find the right course of action. But just like, yes, take your time. Not a lot, but like, you'll intuitively know. Okay, take course of action. The way of the middle, and aids you to maintain your balance after you begin walking in that direction. Moses carried a serpent staff through the desert, and with it, he could summon the power of nature to heal or call plagues. I have been hearing about plagues a lot lately, too. The staff reminds you of the impermanence of all things, and that your authority must come from your deep longing to serve. So this is service. I love that. Acts of service. So where you can do that, you will find more purpose and feel better. That is it for pile number 1. Thank you for staying tuned. Now we are moving on to pile number 2, which is this guy. Like a tree. It's almost like it came out of fall, and it'll get its leaves back again. But it is the season, reason, all that type of jazz. So for pile number 2, I'm getting number 23, the giveaway. So she's letting something go. And there's some orbs in there. Her face, it almost looks like there's a butterfly on her face. All right, and then my favorite cards. All right, then we have friendship. 31. In the dew of little things, the heart finds its morning. All right. Ooh, the 9 of chalices, the 9 of cups. So this is wish fulfillment, but this is a single person. You have everything on your own, and the beams of light source guiding down on this person. This could be downloads that you're getting. This is, you have everything you need. Your emotions are good as well, because chalices are emotion, water. Claircognizance, Archangel Uriel. Ooh, and there's a rainbow and light. Archangel Uriel, pay attention to the thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. Very nice. Walk it off. Number 28. All right. And what I get from this card is grounding. Take your shoes off. Let your feet touch the soil, the water, the earth, Gaia. She has all the things that she can charge you with as soon as your feet hit the ground. Your ancestors are with you. And you have all elements basically there. The vines almost look like fire, like veins, like they're pumping. They're getting you ready for something. Wild woman. Love this. It's like she's stretching or just waking up during this Pisces season from all those beautiful downloads that she's gathering. The Crow. Ooh, these guys are great. Very magical. Lots of magic coming in. Messenger. A swirl. Kind of like a spiral. Listen to some Tool. Spiral out. Keep going. Alright, so far I'm getting a lot of blue in this pile. And definitely rainbows. Spirit animal message. Deer. Oh, I want to say calmness. Snacking lightly. Grazing yourself through the shrubbery. And then we have the rainbow. I love, love, love this. Just flying through this. All these rainbows make me think of ascension. You're ascending. You're getting into that in-between world of like 3D and 5D, and you're syncing it all together. I don't know about you, when I look at lights these days, there's a rainbow effect. Like we're switching into something. The divine justice. So if you're going through legal issues right now, this is showing you blind faith. It will get balanced. She is pure. There is something, it doesn't have to be tangible. Like you don't have to see it to believe it. You just know. With perfect balance and perfect trust. All right, so lots of rainbow. And what I get from that is the chakra system. You're in alignment. Alignment to source. And I see a lot of nakedness. Like pure. You're in your birthday suit. You're transforming, you're shedding all the old and coming into your new chapter of life. So this is kind of like being on standby. You're in the middle. And that's a good place to be. Because it's like logical, emotional, but you're here in the now, which gives you so much more than staying in your mind or overthinking. Like, as long as you're in the now, it's going to be okay. So I'm called to the deer. Let's see what the deer has to say. Oh, the deer, deer, deer. Number 4. Okay. Gentleness. If deer has gently nudged its way into your cards today, you are being asked to find the gentleness of spirit that heals all wounds. Stop pushing so hard to get others to change and love them as they are. Apply gentleness to your present situation and become like the summer breeze, warm and caring. This is your tool for solving the present dilemma you are facing. If you use it, you will connect with sacred mountain, your centering place of serenity, and great spirit will guide you. Beautiful. So it's that gentleness. Put down the bat, Wendy. Put down the bat. Pick up a feather. Okay? Just be gentle with yourself. I realize after quitting smoking, I'm on day 40, no one's counting, that the things we take into our bodies, and to be mindful of what you're eating, drinking, but not to be hard on yourself, one thing at a time. If we wanted to change everything all at once, we would set ourselves up for failure. So be easy on yourself. And I want to read Wild Woman and the Crow. So Wild Woman, which makes me think of a Cat Stevens song, Hard-Headed Woman. All right, so 62, which winds up into an 8, which is infinity. And you're making a figure 8. The essence. When the wild woman, I'm going to have you, you look at this card. When the wild woman dances into your reading, she reminds you of the essence of authenticity and freedom. Devastated of all social constraints and cultural conformity, the wild woman holds up a mirror to your essential self, the true essence of who you are and who you're meant to become. She is a reminder of the bright light within each of us that gets dimmed by the restrictions imposed upon us by the expectations of society. She reminds us that in order to be fully present to life, we must uncover the light and let it shine brightly, regardless of the perceived consequences. Heck yeah. So whatever feels called to you, do something nice for yourself today. Be loving and caring. Look at how far you've come. And then I'm going to read. Let's do the rainbow because there's so many rainbows. 41. Okay. The essence of this card. The rainbow. The rainbow symbolizes the 7 steps of a true spiritual path, which manifests as the colors of the 7 chakras. In the Himalayas, the rainbow body is seen as the full realization of your essence. The rainbow also represents the bridge between the physical and the spiritual worlds. At the end of our lives, we can journey across the rainbow bridge to the highest heavenly realms. When the rainbow appears, it is an affirmation that all is well and that you are in right relationship with spirit. Beautiful things are happening. If you see a rainbow today, or in anything or a shine of a rainbow, that is your confirmation. And that is pile number 2. Thank you for staying tuned and listening to your reading. And now we have pile number 3, which is the glass starfish. Right. And the cards we have for you are Reason and Passion, 21. Be also the peacemakers. This reminds me of my child. Oh no. Like, hang on. It's okay. I just want to throw all hands back and, oh my. So reason and passion. Then we have the 3 of chalices, the 3 of cups, which is friendship, coming together, socializing. This could even be like sisterhood or like red tent, gathering with your sisters, hanging out, drinking water. And then we have 4, reason. This is like the emperor. Okay, this is divine masculine or teacher. Almost makes me this like some alchemy going on here. You have all the elements. So card number 4, reason. Okay, then you have ask your spirit helpers. Okay, and I feel like with that cup of coffee, there's like a picture of a grandmother. Person walking, getting downloads in nature, like a dove, apple for teachers, spiritual guidance. Ask and you shall receive. Life review. Okay, so Archangel Jermel, take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced, right? Spread your wings, get ready to fly. The animal card, ooh, number 9, the butterfly. So it is time to spread your wings. You were in a cocoon, a crystallization process. You know, people could have poked you, prodded you, but that didn't wake you up. That didn't make you come out. You had to do this on your own. There was a lot of self-discovery, and now it is time to go out and spread the knowledge and be the best version of yourself. Okay, and the next 2 we have, 61, water. Love that. It's like an orb or a droplet of water. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Speaking of which, ooh, and then number 10, the corn. It's like a cornucopia. All of everything in this picture is so vibrant, like a cornucopia. And it's almost like the corn has faces, spaces. It makes me think of the book, I think it's Celestian Prophecy, where there was an environment of people who built off, the land of food and would pray and meditate and bless their food. And as they read and sang to their food, it began to be at a higher frequency. It began to glow and really revive them. So be cognitive of what you're putting, what you're ingesting, what you're drinking, what you're eating. And speaking of corn is hanging right there. And the band Corn is really friggin' good. So maybe play Got the Life. Because I feel like you've got a good life right now. and you have a lot of blue. So once again, just kind of like pile one, we're going to throat chakra. It needs to open, right? Like if you're coughing a lot, if you're burping, or you feel just like, or maybe even a sore throat, this is like clearing you. So salt water gargle, hot tea, and speaking up, whether it's about something you've never had to speak up about or talk about. You'll never know unless you do it. And sometimes we get put in position to where, excuse me, like we get put into position where we're going to need to say something. We're going to have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. And then I'm going to go in on the butterfly. So called to that. And that is number 9, which is you could be coming real close to the end of a cycle and you're almost ready to spread those wings. So for number 9, the butterfly. Let's get what this card. Okay. If you look closely at what butterfly is trying to teach you, you will realize that it is a never-ending cycle of self-transformation. The way to discern where you are in the cycle is to ask yourself, is this the egg stage? Is it just a thought or an idea? Is this the larva stage? Do I need to make a decision? Is this the cocoon stage? Am I developing and doing something to make my idea a reality? Is this the birth stage? Am I sharing my completed idea? Let's see. Butterfly that flutters in the morning light. You have known many forms before you or took flight. And this makes me think of our journey on Earth. We came to evolve. We came to grow. And you're going to see so many different versions of yourself, so many skins that you had to shed, so many things that you had to go through, whether it was trial and error, whether it was to, oh, let me put this suit back on that no longer fits. And until the pain is great enough, that's when the change comes. When the fire is so hot, it molds into something different. Right? Alchemize. I'm getting alchemy for you. Through all your pain and suffering, it wasn't for nothing. And you are here for a reason. Ooh, I feel that deep. I feel that very deep. All right. So, be also the peacemaker. I want to read this too. I'm feeling called to this one as well. Okay, so this is number 21. You feeling lucky? Maybe you, never mind. I don't want to tell anybody to do anything here. But you just might be a lucky winner. Or you just might be having chicken dinner tonight. Who knows? 21. Okay. Be also the peacemakers. Reason and passion. Your soul is oftentimes a battlefield upon which your reason and your judgment wage war against your passion and your appetite. Would that I could be the peacemaker in your soul, that I might turn the discord and the rivalry of your elements into oneness and melody. Because how shall I, unless you yourself be also the peacemaker, nay, the lovers of all your elements? And that's a wrap. Scene. We have all elements here. We have ask your spirit helpers. We have the rainbow effect of all these vibrant colors. So maybe that's just it's telling, or this is the message that I'm downloading for this is, what are you eating, drinking? What are you intaking into your body, right? Water. It is time to hydrate. Get yourself a Canteen. Get yourself a water app. Make it fun for yourself. How many ounces have I drank so far? I tend to drink half my body weight in ounces a day. And if not, go for a gallon. Like push yourself to good things, or and don't take on too many changes. One thing at a time. Rome was not built in one night. All right, I love you all. Much love. Thank you for staying tuned. If you didn't resonate with pile 3, you can always jump to 1 or 2, whatever feels called to you. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. I will timestamp this as soon as I get time after I go grab my daughter. Okay, much love.